Okay, so gotta get my I gotta make enable the ability to credit the account first. What's happening here? I'll go ahead and go through this and then I'll do my test. So same kind of transfer, but this time this is coming from the authority token account. So it's going to perform a transfer from the authority token account, which is an actual, it's coming from and the owner of that is a wallet. So the type of transfer is going to be a little bit different because it's not the signing the transaction, it's just the wallet. It's not like the Ledger PDA account is having, so this whole signer seeds thing is not going to be the case. So this is kind of the transfer from so this is like a typical more traditional transfer. So here should be very similar to like something like this. When I initialize my escrow, I have something like this. So not as involved. Still same kind of thing though. So we're going to use the anchor SPL token program, and we're going to do a transfer. Not the capital. I need to change my settings eventually, but not yet. So we also have to do a CPI context. So we're building the context again. This time it's just a new. Nothing. We're not signing with a PDA. And with this, it needs the program and then the accounts. So the program is the same thing as the token. Program is going to be our performing this transfer. Token. And then next we need the accounts, which is comes from the actual transfer instruction. So anchor and in here, this is where we specify the accounts for this particular instruction. So like this is if we look at the breakdown, so you're using the anchor SPL token, looks very similar, but this time we're using the instruction function, just like we're doing with anytime we're creating some sort of instruction function within anchor. The first argument is a context, and then any other sort of instruction arguments. Well, we're using the instruction function lowercase transfer here. It needs a context, which includes kind of sub inner instructions. And so like how this makes sense is, at a high level, if we just had like a simple instruction function, it would just be like, here's our instruction and here are the input accounts and we're done. However, there are some inner instructions involved. So they're also like their own instructions, which like a normal instruction, it has input accounts. So that's kind of how how this makes sense to me. You can see like this inner instruction, which is get account data size. Great. It interacts with this token program. So that's kind of like the equivalent of us doing, specifying the token program to account info. But then it has input accounts itself for the transfer, which, is like a new account and source and blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of how I think this all aligns. So here, same kind of thing. So the first criteria is, where is this coming from? Well, this is going to come from the authority token account. So, and we went back and added it. So authority token account, and everything needs to be account info. So we use this to account info. Where's this going? Well, we've already have a mutable borrow on the ledger. So I can just do ledger dot. Actually, I think I even have, do I have the, oh, that's right. Yeah. It's going to the CTX accounts ledger, or maybe I called it just token. Yeah, token account, because we're passed that in as an input account as well. And we need the to account info, something like that. So this is an ATA, it's an associated token account, and then the authority on like this transfer, it's basically like who's allowing this. Well, it's going to be the authority of the, it's going to be the wallet, which should be ctx.accounts.authority to account info. I believe that's right, because the tokens are going to be in the wallet, and so the owner and all that is the authority. So we've passed in, takes the program and the accounts for the transfer, which is that. And then what other thing we need is obviously the amount involved, which we have right here. Oh, it's not ready for that yet. Hang on. That comes down here. Because this creating a new CPI context only takes 2 arguments, and I had already done that. Here's 1 and then 2. I was getting confused with but the transfer instruction function at the very end, it takes our instruction argument, instruction data, which is just amount, which we've passed. And yeah, I think that is, I think that's it. Now, like, we don't have to do anything special, because we have, like, this is a kind of your standard type of transfer. It's just coming from the wallet, and the wallet is the authority, is the signer. So I think we're good on that. And then that entry dot clone. So we're just modifying the ledger's token accounts, the token account balance stuff, and then we take all the entry, take the entry account. We've created the struct up here with this creating a new entry, and we kind of pass in all this stuff to it. Handle the entry type by modifying the ledger and whatnot, and then we take all of what's the data, clone it, and package it all up back into, serialize it, encode it. I don't know what the right term is, but basically package it all back up so it can be stored on the chain account data. And then last, we make sure that we increment the ledger's entry count. And yeah, so I feel like we've got that part done. So with that, now we have our test. Yeah. So let me pull up where's the, I feel like yeah. So we've created a token, get token mint. We have the get mint, how to create a token account. Yeah, we're going to create an associated token account as a test right here for the wallet. And this is in the before sync, like the before hook. So this is actually kind of before any of the actual tests get executed. So let me see. I'm gonna go back to my test escrow because I've done a lot with creating tokens and whatnot, and creating mints. So see how I've create mint, we've done. Yeah, all right, so essentially it could be, we need to create an associated token account for the authority, and I think I've got what I call it right here. Yeah, it's my provider. It's kind of the default wallet. So I need to create that, and I'm thinking I need to do something like let authority token account, and we just need the key pair generate. I believe that's how I did, was like these token accounts. Yeah, just getting like a key pair generate. this okay. Next, let's go back to here. I'll have to figure something out. It's going to be a little bit different on the front end, but essentially, this is where I can do hang on. I thought okay. I thought for some reason I thought I would maybe do it. How did I do this? Like to use a key pair or not use a key pair? Pair, mint. Oh. I don't. Getting kind of confused. This is not. This is incorrect. So this is just a simple token account, and I'm going to derive and this whole create associated token account is going to create the it's going to find a public key associated with the mint. So I don't have to do that here. Yeah. So I think in this case, because we're creating an ATA this way, then I think I can do something like authority. And it's kind of like following this. Could do a whole build a transaction and stuff, but we can use the helper, the built-in function of create associated token account, and it's going to take a connection which is in our provider, thanks to Anchor, and after the connection, we have the fee pair, which who's paying for it in this case is going to be the authority, but we're passing public keys to this, so should be. Oh, actually no. And for the payer, this is the payer, so payer. And then after that, we need the actual mint. Well, cool. We have it right right here, and the token mint, yeah, which is already a public key, because that's what the create mint does for us. And then the owner of this account, well, that will be the authority, but this time we want the public key. So, yeah. Connection, pair, mint, and owner. All public keys, type of thing. And then this returns an address. So I wonder if we need to do like 2 base 58 or 2 string. I think that will do it. So now we have like an ATA. Great. Next, mint some supply. Well, that is, we can use the built-in. So again, like how to create a token, how to get a token, how to mint tokens, and there's transfer, but to mint, here you go. Something that we've done before. So mint to checked. And so this whole mint to checked, look what this does. Mint tokens to an account, asserting the token mint and decimals. So like it just makes sure that we're like number of decimals, everything like this is actually creating supply and performing kind of like a transfer as well. Okay, so this mint to checked, I don't think I could use this on the front end from like a SvelteKit app. I think this is one of those built-ins that don't work, so I have to do something like this manual composition where you literally build a transaction and add and then do these kind of things. So yeah, let's see. So it takes a connection. Well, we have that. Provider connection. It takes the payer. Well, we have that. The mint itself, which is the token mint. It's a public key anyway. We need, this is the receiver or like the destination. So like who's going to get it? Well, that's easy. We just created it. It's going to be this authority token account. That's where we want it to, you know, and then who's the mint authority? The mint authority of our token, well, happens to be the exact same wallet, because like when we use this create mint, we set the mint authority on this line right here, which you guessed it is the authority pub key. So kind of all the same. Everything is with this authority pub key. And then next is like, okay, how much are we minting? So this is where you when we created this mint, we gave it 9 decimals. So if I do 1E9, it's basically giving me 1 of this token, if I'm understanding right. I wonder if I do like what if I did like I've never done that, but like what if I did like can I do like 20E9? I don't know. It'd be cool if I could do that. I don't know. And then the number of decimals. We're telling mint to checked. I think this checked deal is saying it does some assertion checks, perhaps, or an account that's been like, there's more to that, but asserting the token mint in decimals. I'm not sure. And then that's the decimals. And then there's some like options. This whole, like if you had like a multi-sig, kind of like a multi-signature kind of setup. So like if I'm working on like a larger token program and you have like, you don't want a rogue developer, you know, being the only signer. Like in this case, I'm the only signer in this. I'm using my authority and I've got like full control. But, you know, if I didn't want to like mint, you know, add like new supply to my, to the token, we need more people to be able to actually mint that. So that's just knowing that that's an option. And that should do that. I feel like yeah. Yeah, okay. Clearly I use like this, like a console log check. I don't know if I really like this way, but I've clearly done this. Use this token account balance. This definitely looks different than how I do this on the front end, but for now, RDEP value. Remember, because like when we get this like get token account balance, it comes back and you have like the value and context and amount and UI amount. It's like all the same thing, but I'll use this. Stick with it without having to, because I know that works. So that should give me like supply. That should work. I don't know if this will 20E9. I'm not sure. Typically, I just do like one. But let's see if I can get some more. Now, back to my. So that's that. That should have supply in the wallet. And what we will do is, let's see, we already have a create entry right here. We already have this test, and we made sure that it passed before adding this extra functionality. One thing that is different that we've changed is when I look at accounts, one thing that is not updated, and this is the cool thing about Anchor and the auto-generated IDL, is that it kind of helps your typing, across the board. And so because I've added some new changes, specifically all this right here, this blob with matching on our entry type and performing various transfer instructions. It was in here that I learned that I need to need an ATA in the, so I to do, I already did that. I added this whole authority token account and passed it into the context. But in my test, I haven't rebuilt and deployed the program. So if I look at this accounts right now for this particular method for create entry, the list of accounts, or this accounts object, it doesn't have authority token account because I haven't done it. I haven't rebuilt it. But what we are going to have is it's going to be something like authority, and soon to be like authority token account right in here. I'm going to add that. So let's go shut this down, get the validator going, get the logs going, just because. And now I need to do the anchor build ledger and deploy it. So let's update. We've got some changes. Yeah, I have a little warning because I never ended up using the mint. But thankfully everything built and deployed. Great. And now I'm not ready to do my test yet, but if I wonder if I go back, oh yeah, look, the bottom, it now shows authority token account. Yeah, as an account to bring in. So I put it here thinking that the order would matter, but I think Anchor's smart enough, it does all that kind of. So if I do, I don't think the order matters so much, but let's try to do authority token account. Yeah. And thank you, Copilot. It's looking for the public key. Which which I should have. Yeah, I think that's the returns the address. So I feel like we should be doing okay. There should be a public key. And now, what else? And now we have this balance, and I say amount. Ooh, yeah, I'm going to change this because we're dealing with like, I'm not sure I can even mint that much. So I think what I'm going to do is do 5, which means I need to just to update that. I think that would work. And now, let's say 5, current ledger. And what else? What other account do I need? I need a current ledger token account. Like it should have 5. I do need to do so I could do like a current ledger, current entry, current ledger. Could do something like cost. Get the well, let's see, we need the authority token account. Yeah, I think we can, this could be helpful to ensure that like the wallet is also getting correctly modified, the wallet's token account. So yeah, I need to add and ensure that it's gonna do that. But I've got a couple checks like value.amount. This is a raw amount, which raw amount of tokens as string ignoring decimals. And then there's this UI amount. It's a type of number. It counts for decimals. So I'm thinking amount may be the raw, and that could be an issue. So I think for there's a couple things like I may need to check. Be curious to see what this equals. I'm gonna look at some logs to evaluate that and just double check. But I think for now, we've added the new authority token account. We've passed it. Surprised I'm not getting like any. Yeah, anyway, I think let's try it. So if I go, forget if I don't think I needed to do this, but we'll do it. Shut down the validator and the Solana logs also stops, so. Okay, moment of truth, about to see some stuff. Hey. Cool. That all worked. Sweet. So, check this out. So, current ledger token account balance. 5 authority token account balance. Hey, that 20, that did work. The 20 E8 or E9, I got 20 full units. Now that's the thing. This is what I was saying. Like this is the amount is the raw amount. UI amount is obviously when I wanted 20 tokens now minus what I just transferred. Sweet. That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, wow. It's cool to see this working. Yeah, so what just happened there? So this works because we're only transferring 5. Now, if I wanted to do like and there's 9 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5. Is that right? Or maybe not. Let's see. This is so 9 digits. 9. I gotcha. So this actually was one off. So this 5 right here is basically that, just as a heads up. So if I wanted to do 5 actual tokens, then I would have to do 5 and then 9 zeros. Or no, wait. Let me see. Lordy. So this was 20 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay. So So this whole amount, it may be better for me to this is actually like raw amount. We have to pass it the amount field, but this is raw amount. So yeah, I'll go back to this little piddly bit, but actually, you know what? Let's do one full token. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 should be. Yeah, let me just freaking rename this stupid let 24. And call this raw amount. And it's going to complain. Current entry amount is the name of the field, right? But I'm using raw amount. This is helpful for me to know because, yeah, I'll be using the, so if this is that, oh, wait a minute, hang on. Let's do this. Sorry, just trying to. Six, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Do something like that. So then I am passing amount. Yeah. But this way I can like have a value to okay. And it's by the number of decimals. So check the let's do that here. So if I do expect well, yeah, current authority. Ooh, did not mean that, but balance dot value dot amount, which is the raw, to equal. What is it going to equal? It's going to be a string, and we're going to take. Let's do. I need to get the original balance. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What the heck did I do? Oh, oops, moved over a buffer. Oh yeah, no. I need to turn it into a string. Can I do that? I think that would work. We're about to screw things up. Ledger token account balance. That should equal raw amount. But this is a string. To string, maybe? I feel like we're something to be mindful of. Definitely probably still need to do some checks on the before, like this 20 token thing is kind of serious or stupid. Shouldn't have that as a variable somewhere, but I'm gonna try. So let's do it. I'm excited. This is working. This is working quite well. Hey. One second. Sorry about that. My boy had to come in and tell me about some modified mod that's available for the original Mario game, Mario Bros game. I don't know, but gotta be present. All right, so yeah, take advantage of your free time and your focus, because if you have kids and family, it's quite limited. So, where was I? I've got this going. We've deployed. Now let's break something, because I'm sure my numbers are wrong. Anchor run test ledger. Probably something. No, I was right. Look at that. Got totally lucky. Look at that. Super cool. So yeah, this gives you a good look at what this get token account balance method returns. You get to see, like right here, the different values. So this is super important with my UI for the escrow program that I showed earlier. When taking like form inputs and creating the escrows, the mint decimals and these values right here, or these properties, are really handy, because you got to do the conversions and stuff. So yeah, my friends, this is looking pretty good. So obviously I could certainly and need to make this into a variable, and rather than doing as a variable, what I'll do is use tries to have something like that. But what I'll do, what I need to do is I probably need to grab the like the authority token account balance up here, or have some global that's kind of keeping track of it, and that's probably what I'll end up doing, so that so that I have that available when making some of these checks and stuff, but that worked. Yes. Yeah. Crazy. So, hey, we have successfully, for the most part, I think, we've added the state for our entry struct, and we've added the instructions. We've handled these SPL token transfers. One of them, when we do the debit right here, this is performing a transfer, but with the ledger PDA, signing with the ledger PDA, since it was made the authority on the token account, on the ledger, on the associated token account, and stored inside the ledger. Cool. And then the second example is just doing kind of standard and more traditional transfer from a wallet, SPL tokens. If you're transferring SOL, it's a different deal. It's like system program, not SPL token. But yeah, like looking good. So for me to do, this is done. What other kind of tests, like so what I'll do, like credit and debit. What else do I need to do? Yeah, try a second wallet. Try to modify a ledger, or no, try to add entry to ledger with wrong authority. So intentionally fail. I'll add a check that like authority token account or ledger dot token account has I wonder. Program instruction. For example, 40. So that's something I need to look into. But I'll put it up here too. Kind of spamming my, but yeah, anyway. this is working. I mean, nothing immediately is dropping. Ooh, I could do. Some sort of like check on the yeah, okay, it is. Well, that does that. That's working. Okay, hey, so that's that. So to be continued. Got some stuff to do, but we got this got the foundational stuff in place, so feeling good about it.